I'm Hill Harper. I'm an actor, I'm an author, and someone who cares about social justice and education.
I'm Hill Harper. I'm an actor, I'm an author, and of someone who cares about social justice and education. Following a flurry of rumors, hints, and fan theories, Melody, Shari, and Hill Harper have finally addressed the rumors. Head in social media has been in full detective mode as it attempts to uncover the true nature of their relationship, since their modest public appearances and their subtle online interactions. People have been speculating for months that the two are more than just friends. The internet has been assembling all of the evidence. Melody's most recent remarks ably fueled the flames. Already, are these two prosperous individuals merely collaborating on business matters? Is there a covert romance developing, or is there something more significant going on? Let's dissect it all. Do I know you, actor, author, philanthropist, and now a proud single father? The internet finally connected the dots after a few whispers, harmless social media exchanges, and a few public appearances. The belief held by fans was that Melody, Shari, and Hill Harper were more than just friends, although neither of them initially acknowledged or denied anything. Their actions undoubtedly generated conversation, although their repeated appearances at the same industry events are not particularly unusual. People were drawn to their interactions. People began asking questions because Hill Harper seemed a little too at ease with Melody. This could be seen in the way they looked at each other at events, or the way they seemed to be in the same place as all time after their online interactions were noticed by social media. The real speculation started. Melody's fans began to side-eye her timeline when she began posting about fresh starts and connecting with the right vibes. The rumors about him and Melody were intensifying at the same time that Hill Harper was out here making remarks about relationships and the value of intellectual connections. And must not overlook the fact that celebrities enjoy experimenting with emojis, and people rush to that comment section to try to figure out what Melody's beautiful photo meant after she posted it. And Hill Harper conveniently liked it. Fans began to wonder, are they just vibing as friends, or is there something deeper going on? As a result, when a new couple may be developing, no one looks into it more thoroughly than social media, and once the internet discovered the hints, the rumors quickly blew up. How fans behave. Melody and Hill Harper's departure from the same event within minutes of one another was one of the main things that caused a lot of conversation. Not only that, but it was a private industry gathering rather than a large red carpet event where a number of celebrities just happened to be in same location. The manner in which they each slipped out, yes, fans quickly realized that. And then there were posts on social media. Melody wrote in her caption that she was finding serenity and embarking on a new phase of happiness, and Hill Harper declared a few days later that he prioritizes intellectual relationships over flimsy charm. After putting the pieces together, fans were certain that they were communicating
story just in time for Father's Day about an award-winning actor who's taking on possibly the biggest role in his life as a single dad. We're going to speak to Hill Harper.
With one another, but the internet wasn't finished yet. Full story just in time for Father's Day about an award-winning actor who's taking on possibly the biggest role in his life as a single dad. We're going to speak to Hill Harper by comparing the backgrounds of their posts. Some astute followers, 7. Despite never having posted together, they had been in the same locations at the same time. Every detail in the background, including the lighting and the surroundings, matched at. Coincidence once is one thing, but several times, well, that should be enough to get people looking into it. In addition, both of them were taking extra care to avoid confirming or denying anything. In response to a question about their romantic life, Melody simply grinned and stated that she was happy as well. Ashel claiming to be in a great place and receptive to whatever the future brought. The sidestep questions like a pro. At this point, the internet had all the answers. Was the only thing left to decide was whether fans were exaggerating or if there was actually a relationship between them. While the internet was ablaze with theories, Melody remained silent. For weeks, fans would leave comments on her posts asking about Hill Harper and trying to solve the mystery by searching for clues, but Melody, without ever confirming or refuting anything, she simply kept things going. That is, until she made the decision to speak up at last and shouldn't mince words. All of this occurred during one of her live streams. Before someone in the comments inquired about the rumors, she was merely chatting with fans informally about her life, career, and future plans. At that point, the tone changed. After pausing, Melody grinned and remarked, "You guys are always so invested." She attempted to dismiss it with laughter, but the way she kept picking her words, yes, her fans knew she was going to make a big announcement. She then made a suggestion about a significant shift in her life. Although she didn't mention names, she made it apparent that she was in a new environment with people who genuinely cared about her. Fan speculation was sparked by that Alone, but she then uttered the words that sent everyone into a frenzy. God never knows who he will put in your life at the perfect moment now. If that wasn't confirmation, it was pretty damn close, because let's not forget Hill Harper had stated they had met someone special a few weeks prior. Fans were convinced that Melody and Hill were more than just friends or business associates. There was something more profound going on, and Melody knew exactly what she was doing based on the way she spoke naturally. The internet made the connection right away. However, at this point, everyone wanted Hill Harper to comment on it as well, so shouldn't confirm anything, which allowed for even more speculation. And when did he do? It had only added intrigue to the situation. Hill Harper has always kept this love life private. He avoids messy public relationships and most definitely doesn't give a damn about rumors. If that's what we know about him, he was promoting one of his projects during the interview. So when he was finally asked about Melody, his response was anyway the typical talking about his work, his objectives, and his outlook on life was proceeding according to plan when the interviewer inadvertently threw in a question about Melody. The majority of celebrities would either laugh it off, change the topic, or shut down the question entirely. But Hill didn't do any of those things. Rather, after pausing to smile, he remarked, life has a funny way of bringing the right people into your space. And that was it, a cool, collected response that only fueled the flames, with neither denial nor rejection of their rumors. Fans freaked out right away, flooding social media with analysis of every word, expression, and nuance of his speech. Because, let's face it, wouldn't he have shut it down if nothing was going on? However, the fact that he did not yes for certain people, that was sufficient confirmation. The biggest clue yet, a potential covert escape was discovered online just when people thought the rumors might be slowing down. Believe me, this one had all the receipts. A few naive vacation posts were the first. Both Melody and Hill posted seemingly unrelated pictures. Letting things go is something social media detectives do not do, though the similarities became unavoidable as fans began comparing the specifics. The sunset views came first. Melody shared a breathtaking picture of the golden hour over the ocean, and a few hours later, Hill shared a photo with an early identical background. Fans didn't believe that the same location but different angles was a coincidence. Melody shared a plate of fine dining with the caption, "Nothing like good vibes and even better company." This was followed by the dinner arrangements a day later. Hill posted a picture of his own dinner, which featured a different plate, but the same table arrangement, candlelight, and even glassware. Style in the event that they were not together. The universe was genuinely manipulating them. Now, let's discuss those captions. People were immediately curious about Melody's partner due to her positive energy and even better company. They were seen together at a private resort that was only open to members, according to an alleged insider. Not just any resort though. This opulent retreat was renowned for it ultra puddle. According to the source, they weren't acting tender in public, but were undoubtedly together in keeping things low-key. It's the type of place where celebrities go when they don't want to be seen. Fans were more convinced than ever at this point because it was obvious that something was happening between them, and the dots were connecting and the clues were adding up. However, Melody took things the next level just when people believed this was the story's climax. Melody initially posted a seemingly innocent tweet, but when people noticed who liked it, well, then everything went haywire. The message said sometimes the best things happen when you stop explaining yourself and just live. She seemed to be sending a message, and that in and of itself was enough to raise eyebrows, given all the rumors that had been swirling around her and Harper Hill. He might have even confirmed that she no longer felt the need to elaborate on her personal life. However, the actual Hill Harper himself expressed approval. Let's say that the internet responded right away, as fans pointed out in the comments. Hill had never before publicly responded to Melody's tweets in such a way. The fact that he chose to like this particular person, that wasn't a coincidence. Either some people interpreted it as proof that they were dating, while others conjectured that they were giving clues before formally announcing their relationship. Of course, some people believed this was merely used to keep people talking without saying anything, as if that weren't enough. A source with knowledge of the situation fueled the flames even more. They said Melody and Hill had plans to go public on their own terms and weren't merely hanging out. A red carpet debut at a significant event could be the official start of the rumors, according to some sources, while others have even suggested that they may be preparing an exclusive interview to address the rumors. In any case, one thing is certain, this tale is far from finished. However, Melody and Hill the real deal in your opinion? Or is there another going on? Please leave a comment with your thoughts, and remember to like and subscribe for future updates. I'm Hill Harper, I'm an actor, I'm an author, and of someone who cares about social justice and education, following a flurry of rumors, hints, and fan theories. Melody, Shari, and Hill Harper have finally addressed the rumors. Head in social media has been in full detective mode as it attempts to uncover the true nature of their relationship, since their modest public appearances and their subtle online interactions. People have been speculating for months that the two are more than just friends. The internet has been assembling all the evidence. Melody